Spain and France played out a Nations League semi-final game for the ages with a scoreline that looks like it belongs in a penalty shootout. The 5-4 win for Spain has everyone wondering if anyone can stop these attackers, although the less said about the defenders, the better. Spain, of course, played Portugal in the final, they're now the favourites to win the World Cup this final, with Spain second on the list, and they showed exactly why it'll be tough for anyone to stop them. A total of 40 shots, 17 on target, 9 goals. Spain led 4-0 on 5-1 and threatened to blow France away before their rivals rallied. If only every game was watched like this. It was a crazy game, said Mikel Merino. Not the best game for the coaches. Nobody wants coincided so many goals, but it was an amazing game for fans. His boss, Luis de la Fuente, seemed to actually disagree with him. I'm happy, I enjoy suffering, I don't understand the sport without suffering. When two great teams face off like today, it's normal every team has their moments. Lamine Yamal, of course, just 18 this summer, scored twice for Spain to cement his credentials as a Ballon d'Or contender. He's up to 6 goals for his country now, to add to 25 for Barcelona. He impressed more than PSG stars, including Ousmane Dembele and Desiree Doué, who were hyped up pre-game as phenomenal club selections. Les Blues debutant Cherki, of course, helped spark France to come back after being linked to Man City. It would almost take too long to address everything that happened in this game, but here goes. Nico Williams netted Spain's opener before setting up Marino a few minutes later. Hudson made it 3-0. After the break, Yamal was fouled and scored the resulting penalties. Williams finding Pedri shortly after for their fourth. Mbappe pulled one back before Yamal made it 5-1, and it's hard to argue at that point France can come back, but Dembele hit the post before Cherki borrowed in, Vivian turned across into his own net, and then Muani scored from Cherki's ball, but they couldn't create an extra chance and Spain held on. For 75 minutes though, it looked like Spain were going to blow them away. This was the best thing we've seen from them since Euro 2024. Winners Yamal, who seems to improve every game, which is actually expected at 17, and Williams was electric. Marino and Pedri were on the score sheet, and Oyarzabal had 2 assists to his name. The oldest player was 28, and the team had an average age of 24, but there'll be question marks about how they blew that lead. Yamal said, when two great teams play like this, you will see a lot of goals. They will make you suffer until the end. We went to the final despite the mistakes we made. Unai Simon made 6 saves, so this was the story of an opponent who scored with every shot. This was a typical Spain performance, says Gary Balaguer. These players came out with everything on the pitch, so they're feeling they can beat anyone. The interesting thing is why they're doing it, creating a magic structure. Spain have been playing in a way that represents the predominant model of our times. Not only are these players intelligent and spark, they work so hard. Every player with Spain relaxed. You can have special players all over the park, but of course, winning is a habit. France's attackers were pretty decent though. Even when they were getting whacked by Spain, they were still having plenty of chances. They had many of the chances, and Mbappe said we had some bursts in play, but just in 10 minutes we conceded too many goals. We aren't consistent enough, and I guess maybe PSG, having players coming back from the World Cup so soon maybe didn't help. And Cherki, of course, he was only on debut, but he looked really strong as well as fullbacks like Pierre Kalou, Clement Longley as well. So I'm not going to point fingers. Of course, they look way off Spain for a lot of that game, but there is still lots of optimism for France. And at the moment, you'd have to say those are the 2 early favourites to win next year's World Cup being held in the US. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials. Link in the description below for daily football news, meme, and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.